Wait, you said it was Trump's grandfather that got Tesla's papers?
Yeah, out of the hotel when he died. Yeah.
What, bro?
Yep.
The fact that Tesla, how he went out, that shit's diabolical.
In a
bro.
hotel
That's sad,
room?
dog. One
He
of
was
the
broke.
most
He was
intelligent.
a broke motherfucker.
That's crazy, bro. Like, he was one of the most intelligent human beings that have graced the earth.
Take it
He
takes
lived-
one to
he-
know one.
He lived in the
And
wrong
I promise
time,
you, they not rolling out the red carpet to help no smart people, man.
No, bro, they're gonna take everything they can from him. And he gave and gave and gave and like was trying to give back to humanity and get us on the right path, bro. And he ended up alone.
Edison got down with them people, and Edison cut him out, and it was for life.
That fool, like Tesla, he could have changed humanity forever.
He did.
He did, but
already though.
not in the way that he wanted to.
Oh yeah. Now his stuff kind of looks like magic tricks.
Yeah, it looks the woo woo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anybody wants to talk about Tesla, they're part of the woo woo crowd.
Yeah.
The energy and the chi and the chakras. They group you in that group, right?
Yeah.
They want to make you sound fucking nuts.
Yeah.
When you're not. To me, the other side is fucking nuts.
Yeah. Paying bills and
Man, thinking that
Forever.
thinking that we're just accidental nothingness and we have no power of our own.
oh yeah.
That side of y'all, go ahead, stay over there.
Hey,
y'all scare me.
I think people who think that there's no such thing as like power in the universe that's like readily available.
Yeah.
I think they're fools, and I think they got an agenda for sure.
And even the ones that don't have an agenda, I think they're ignorant.
Yeah.
And that's how they wanted to keep it.
Ignorance is the agenda.
Is the agenda. Separate them,
yeah.
keep them ignorant, and keep them arguing. And see, that's the thing. Like Tesla was almost too giving of a person.
Yeah. He was too honest.
Like there has to be like if there's anything you can learn from that horrible situation is you gotta have boundaries, bro. You have to have boundaries as a human being, right? Now, I'm not saying don't be kind and don't try and help people. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is there's a level of you going too far, right? And people taking advantage of your kindness and leaving you out in the fucking dumps.
Right.
Yep.
Leaving you in the lurches alone.
Well, you got to remember he was also an immigrant when he came to America, so he probably bought into a lot of the hoopla of what America was.
Yeah.
And then he came over here and he was like, "Yeah, I'm free." And they were like, "Hey, bro, let me run them patents."
You ain't that free.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to not see that people like that come into the world, right? And they exist every hundreds, 200,000 years, right? And it's almost like they're directly linked and touched by the divine, right?
Yeah.
The things that they're talking about and what they're trying to do for humanity is not so they could gain or monetize, right? It's not for monetary gain.
Yeah.
It's to further us as a culture. It's to further us as a species.
Yeah.
And they just don't. It doesn't end well.
Well,
for
I think that myth does a lot of good for the people in power, partially because it gives you that lightning rod of what could have been, almost like a Biggie Smalls, where it's like, oh, we lost him too soon. Tesla obviously died in old age, but we never got to know what his scientific breakthroughs, all like what he really had.
Yep.
However, Tartaria already existed. Like the lands out here already existed where we had buildings that were connecting to power. Like that's why they have those domes and those spires. That's where that architecture comes from. They kept it in the cathedrals, but the rest of the shit they tore it down. You know what I'm saying? So
you can't just be walking up and using that shit for yourself.
But this is why Tesla is valuable as like a lightning rod myth, because that used to be just known. Like everybody knew it. Everybody understood it. The bells, the electricity like being sent through the air into the cities, that was the design. They poured mud over it. They tried to wash it from the historical records, and now we can only look at Tesla and be like, oh, if he only was able to, break through. When it's like there's a whole culture that we've forgotten about.
For sure.
That nobody wants to talk about, or everybody wants to try to forget. But the World's Fair, just the pictures from the World's Fair shows you
for sure that
they didn't build that shit in a year and a half.
No,
and that shit ain't like fuck all that.
But they want you to feel like it's woo woo.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No,
there's no electricity.
No, what are you talking about? Heck no. What's a chakra? Meridians? You got meridians that run through your body and Earth?
And but that's what I was gonna say. If you knew the systems and how they all worked, you wouldn't be falling for it. Like they want you to fall for it.
It's all there, bro.
Yeah.
And if I didn't think we were gonna start here, dog, but you bring up Tesla and my mind goes. So okay, Trump's grandpa was involved in Tesla's paperwork.
He grabbed it. He was apparently the person who worked for the government who went into the hotel room
and snatched it.
Yeah.
So this is mine.
And that's why I was saying if he was on some time travel shit, maybe that's where we got those books from. The Barron's Marvelous Underground Adventure or whatever.
I gotta read those.
Yeah, it's crazy. I seen a video on it, and like one of them, this guy takes people to Mars, and the dude's name is Elon.
What?
Yeah.
When were these books written?
Like 1800s, yeah.
1800s.
And the dude's name was Elon.
Elon.
So they're just laughing in our face now.
They could be. We don't know because we don't know how to time travel like that yet.
Man. And you know who wrote? The founder of NASA wrote these. Am I right?
Well, I don't know who founded NASA, so I couldn't say.
No, okay, yeah. I might be confusing, but the founder of NASA wrote. No, he did, bro. I'm telling you, yeah.
What was his name? Because I'm thinking of right now. I'm thinking.
Okay, while you look for his name, what episode are we on, Jay?
134.
134. Hey, I had to make sure because I forgot.
Okay.
You are now tuned in
to
Respect the Connect. I'm your humble, gracious, and highly favored host, Johnny James. I'm back again with a few of my nearest and dearest. Jay looking at his phone for the name. Trav is in the building.
Yeah.
What's cracking, Jay?
Chilling, brother.
Chilling?
Yeah. What's cracking with you? How you doing, bro?
Shit, I'm doing fantastic. Always doing fantastic. Jason Leonard's in the building. What's poppin', Len Words?
It's popping like
Orville Redenbachen. Don's behind the switcher. We got Chad over there, and we got Vern somewhere. He ain't asleep, but we all here. We ain't got Ken. We ain't got Will here, but we still podding. We still talking. What's the name, Jay? What's the name of the founder of NASA?
I'm still scrolling.
You still scrolling?
I was thinking of the guy who was the rocket researcher from
Well, he was the president
from Nazi Germany. 1958. What?
NASA was established by U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Eisenhower established NASA? So Eisenhower did NASA and Trump did Star Wars Space Force? What's some shit like that?
Star Wars was Reagan.
Yeah, whatever, dog. What's the Space Force been up to lately?
Space Force?
Yeah, what are they doing? They on missions?
They're controlling the
Three-Eye Atlas.
space in your head.
That was bars, though.
That's what they doing.
That was bars. They ain't controlling the space in my land works.
No, but that's what they're after.
It is what they're after.
That's what they're after. They don't give a fuck about outer space.
No, they don't give a fuck about outer space. They're trying to control the inner space because that's where everything really is. That's what matters. That's what matters.
Now you talk your talk.
Hey, I've been, bro.
Talk that talk.
It's because it's right after. Okay.
Where's my? Hey, did you get my sound effect?
Hey,
I didn't add them yet, bro.
This ain't a conspiracy, so we ain't hitting that shit, right?
No, I got a new one.
You got a new landmark.
You got one too.
I got one too.
Yours is funny.
Yours is funny as hell.
Damn, bro. What is it? A la verga? Took one of my clips. All right, I can't wait.
Yeah,
come on, Jay.
Next episode, it's going down.
How you gonna sneak that shit in there? Say that there's new shit, and then not be here with the presentation?
Maybe it won't be next episode.
Oh man,
that's how I'm gonna sneak it in, dog.
Hey, I think the reason I've been thinking about like all this stuff is because Christmas has me replay this stuff and run it back and forth, and people I posted a video the other day and they're funny, bro. Laugh, dog. What the fuck, man? Someone's all Jesus is the reason for the season.
What
You don't think I fucking whenever I said that Christmas is to spend time with your family and eat food and it's not about presents, right? Oh. Someone
And then you're like, what about Jesus?
what about That's how I hear him in my comments. I'm like, bro, listen. You don't want to get me started, dog. You don't want to have this conversation with me because I'm gonna scare you, bruh. When we start talking about Yeshua, you're gonna shut down because you don't want to hear it.
Okay.
They'll freak out.
So you're not willing to have those conversations with people on the
Not
internet?
on a fucking comment thread. They're not going to understand it, right? It's just going to start into an argument. I would love to have that conversation and talk to people about the stuff that I've learned and the stuff that I've started to feel is more historically and spiritually accurate, right? I would love to have that conversation because they're there. They're right there. They're so close to it. But the infrastructure of what they believe in has them blind.
Oh, yeah.
And it has them looking. It's the allegory of the cave, bro. Look at the cave. Look at the wall. Don't look behind them. No, don't turn around. Look at the wall. Look at the shadows.
People like the stories. The stories are easier to digest.
But the real stories are better.
Well, the real science is better.
The real science and the real stories.
The science is fascinating.
It's
Like
beyond.
when you get into the science of what's in the Bible,
It proves
you
God.
see it. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Neuroscience and the science behind what they're saying just have faith in proves your point. So why not go further? Why not keep learning, dog? Why close it off and stop there?
Because it's easier. Less?
Maybe.
Less. It's less work. I don't think it's actually easier. Like, I will agree with you because just like most things, when you're willing to go through the harder steps, usually you end up in a place that requires less effort.
Yeah.
You know, like it's harder to push the rock up the mountain when you at the bottom. But when you're almost at the top, just to get it over, it's like, oh, this is nothing.
But that's what Yeshua, Jesus, was trying to teach us. That's what he was trying to say. You have the abilities to do this too, bro. Everything you need is right there. You're searching for this exterior world, this exterior validation when you don't need it. The kingdom of heaven lives within you, within me. That's what he was trying to preach. That's what he was trying to say. He didn't want people to follow him. They took it, they flipped it, they spun it, and they used it to control people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're so locked into it that if you even remotely try and have this conversation with somebody that doesn't want to hear it, they'll completely shut down and look at you like you're the devil.
Yeah. Or going to hell.
Or going to hell, which are both of those two things are made up. That's fucking Santa Claus, dude.
Who wasn't originally red.
That
He
shit
was
ain't
green.
real, dude. Like, that's another form of control. That's what they want you thinking. They want you locked in shame. They want you locked in guilt. Because if you're locked in shame and you're locked in guilt, you're not looking around, bro. You're not who you actually are. Because your mind is running the shame and this guilt over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Now, I'm not saying go covet thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm trying to say here. Just because hell isn't a real place, right? Just because the devil isn't a real person or a real entity, there is darkness and evil in the world, right? Which can be represented as Satan, the devil, right? This is the yin and yang.
Yeah.
It's balance. You can't have light without the dark. You can't have good without evil. It just doesn't work that way. The universe is all about balance, correct?
I would say that
yeah.
it's possible. Yeah. The universe in and of itself, like outside of, like there's no external forces. So it, like you can't deny it is in balance because it's a stable thing, but it's always changing. So you can't really put your finger on it. It's both. It's always changing, but it's a singular thing.
For sure. And like,
so
it can be both. It
Yeah.
could be balanced and imbalanced.
Yeah. By design, it's both.
Has to be both. So those stories, that type of energy, right, is a fundamental way for us to not be a shithead, right? Like, I look at the 10 Commandments as like fundamental pieces of how you should conduct yourself as a human being.
To be a decent,
Be a decent person.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like, do we falter? 100%. Have I lost my north sometimes? Sure have, bro. Sure have. I think all of us have.
Oh yeah.
But those are good building blocks to like not be a shitty person.
Yeah.
Is there more to it than that? 100%.
Yeah, I think that's the part is people get kind of stuck with that as the end all be all, so they never get further. Where that's like child's play. Like that's basically the lowest level of expectation for human beings. Is like, can you do those 10 commandments?
Yeah.
Can you follow that? It's like that's kindergarten. Like getting outside of that and going further into your godhood and what you can actually do spiritually on this plane, it's a whole nother conversation, and most people just get stuck on the kindergarten stuff.
Mm-hmm. And that's where they
never
want
get
you.
past it.
And that's where they want you.
Yeah.
They're the ones that want to control you. Said it yourself. They don't give a shit about outer space. They want to control the inner space.
Oh, yeah.
Because the inner space is what keeps them in power. Mm-hmm. Right? It keeps us fighting. It keeps us arguing. It keeps us pissed. Which I seen a lot of pissed off people on the internet the past couple of days, and I truly missed it. It flew, except for the anger part, right? Mm-hmm. Why is everybody mad at Nicki Minaj, Landwords?
What's going on with that? What's going on?
She did. It seems like she did some Republican shit and pissed people off. She was at some convention or some she was at a speakeasy.
Turning Point.
What
USA.
is Turning Point USA?
It's Charlie Kirk's, the former Charlie Kirk's company.
Okay.
And it's,
So it's kind of like a convention?
I mean, they go around talking to young people about politics and conservative values and stuff like that.
So I was right. Yeah. They were pissed at her because she was doing some Republican shit.
Well, I mean, yeah, basically.
That's why the internet was in uproar.
I mean, that they probably felt like she kind of turned her back on her crowd, which, may be true. I don't know who constitutes her audience, but
her barbs,
but it might be, people in alternative lifestyles. And if it's those alternative types, and if they found what she said to be offensive, then they're upset about it.
Okay, that makes a little sense. I didn't see what she said or whatever.
She said something about boys should be boys, and or no, she said boys can be boys, and it's okay for boys to be boys, which objectively is true and is not controversial at all. But when you add context around it and you look at it in a certain light, it's like, oh, well, what are you really trying to say? And I think that's how people took it. They took it like she was sliding on the trans folks and the gays and the, whoever else.
Got you.
And they spun that one. And
they turned it,
So was that the clip that went? Was that the explosion?
That was one of the ones that got pushed out there.
Did she really use it in that context though?
I think she was. It was a longer conversation. She was there with Erica Kirk, who. I'll just leave that alone.
Okay, so that brings a whole. So that brings a whole thing. That brings a whole nother crowd and a whole nother conversation to the table. Okay, so this is starting to make some sense now.
I seen something that said she lost like 10 million followers and she like deleted her account.
She lost. But how much money did she make?
Yeah, that's
right.
That part.
And
did she exchange them 10 million followers for 20 million buckaroos?
Yeah, because you can have them.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got to keep in mind, a lot of these followers and stuff like that, it's already been proven that a lot of these influencers, they're bots. Those aren't real people.
Not mine, motherfucker.
Nah.
That's why we ain't a million yet.
Oh, but I thought he wasn't an influencer.
I'm not.
Caught him.
Oh,
Caught him.
busted.
I ain't got the bag yet. I ain't got no buckaroos. Where's the buckaroos?
But I mean, the fact that obviously not everything's about followers, bro. But like
nowadays it is.
At some point, those followers are a fan, right? You know what I'm saying? So like her, when you get into politics, bro, like not everybody agrees with
your side
and who they're their idol is. Or
Well,
whatever.
look at when we had the mayor and the possible mayor to be on the pot. We seen it. It couldn't have been more clear. None of us took any kind of stance or endorsed anybody. We just had a conversation. And holy fuck, dude, I still get comments on those videos.
Yeah.
People are still, oh my God, no matter what.
Still waiting for the mayor to take care of that speeding
Damn,
ticket.
dog. Hey, did you guys see? There's a fucking. I don't know if this is true or not. I seen
He's
it
like,
on the
Jay, I'm
internet.
gonna put a camera up on your block.
Someone said that they
Just for
built a
you.
porta potty, and it was like fucking $424,000. It took like a fucking $350,000 to make
For a porta
for a porta potty for the unhoused community in Albuquerque.
Okay.
It's somewhere that I haven't seen it. I don't know if the numbers are true. I don't know. Why would it cost that much to build a fucking porta potty?
That's
for
dumb
one.
as fuck. You could buy a whole porta potty
Yeah, that's
company
crazy.
for that.
Shit, I fucking. You could buy a whole porta potty company. Thank you. I don't know if it's true or
And a
not. But
truck to roll them in on.
what I'm saying is, when you do that, you're drawing a line. It goes back to, you remember when Eminem had the freestyle when he talked about I'm drawing the line in the sand, and he went at Trump.
Trump, yeah.
Right. He went back, and the years later, he's like, I would have worded it differently. Right? Like I said, I drew a line and I cut my audience, right? I lost
I
some
seen
audience,
that,
right?
yeah.
And he's whatever. If you're gonna go, you're gonna go. But what he's saying is like, I stopped the conversation.
Right.
I wasn't, once you draw that line, right? You're not able to have that conversation. And bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? Now, look, there's gonna come a point where you're probably gonna hit an impasse. If there's somebody that completely has conflicting ideology than you,
Right.
a complete different moral compass, you're not gonna find a kumbaya probably, right? You will find some things that you can click on and agree with, but if it's so vastly different, you're probably not gonna be best friends. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that you can't have some sort of human interaction.
Yeah, like small talk and like, yeah.
Does that completely cut them off for you? Like, just because they voted for somebody that you didn't vote for, you're not going to have a conversation with them? To me, that you're, again, looking at the fucking wall.
Well, I mean, you got to remember before the holidays, people were openly advocating for people to cut family members off, and they were talking about it like it's okay. And they were having those conversations. It was just like, well, you are justified to
Protect your energy,
to
sis.
protect. Yeah, exactly.
Queen.
But, right, but then the self deletions go up in the during this time of year.
Yeah.
And people are feeling lonely and scared and afraid and sad and all this other stuff. And it's like, so what do you want? Do you want people to be like? Do you want a community? Do you want people around, or do you want to just go for dolo? I think we're easier to be conquered if we stay in that single space. But the more we talk, the more we focus on common ground versus our differences, the stronger all of us are.
And you got to know what like when you're talking to somebody that doesn't agree with you, you have to know when to stop too. Like,
Yeah,
otherwise
exactly.
it just, like you said, it's just an impasse. You're just butting heads, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing good is gonna come out.
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
just kind of like, you're not going to. But see, you shouldn't go into a conversation with the goal to be changing the other person's perspective.
Yeah.
Right? Their perspective is their perspective. Like, if you're going to engage, you should start on the foundation of respecting that they have their perspective. You don't have to respect their perspective. I don't respect what you stand for sometimes, right? There's people in the world, I don't respect what they stand for. But I can respect the fact that they're an individual and they have their perspective.
Yeah.
That should be where you start.
Yeah.
Because if your goal, if I was to sit here, right, with Keller or anybody that's running, and my goal is to change, I'm gonna change your perspective. You ain't getting nowhere, dog. Because you're probably not gonna be able to change.
Or call somebody out and shame them, because it still gets into that whole I'm right, you're wrong.
Exactly.
Vice versa sort of scenario. And that's not a productive conversation either. There's more that you can learn just from asking questions about someone else's thought process. Maybe you'll find that you've missed something, or you can identify your own bias or something like that. But if you're not even willing to like ask a question to try to find out where someone's coming from, there's no jokes. There's no there's no relaxation in the conversation. Everything is stressful and strenuous, and that's why a lot of times I just avoid people and those sorts of conversations altogether.
Because you're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, well, it's a waste of time.
And I think there's a whole audience of people, right, that tune in just for those type of conversations.
They love it.
They love it.
Yeah.
Right? So, but shit, maybe we'd have way more followers.
Look,
we'd have more subscribers.
If we want to sit up here and just talk about dating and all that stuff, I can talk some shit too. I can talk all day long I can complain about the opposite sex
I think
all day long if that's all we're going to do.
What's it going to do,
But
though?
it's not, it's not making people get together and fall in love.
It's not making you better. It's not making you better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It might be making Vern better. I don't know where the fuck he's at. But it's definitely not making us better, right? And for the people, like, do you really look at Nicki Minaj for your political or life advice?
Man, listen.
The fuck?
No.
Like,
Listen.
that's my point, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you're
Okay,
talking about
well-
followers and influence, right?
Okay.
Okay. Does she have enough influence to make people go, you know what? Nicki said it.
Hey, you know what?
She might, bro,
I will
but-
go you one better and say Erica Kirk doesn't have that authority either.
No.
Like, R.I.P. Your man got knocked off. That doesn't make you a political expert.
No.
You're just another person with an opinion, and now you got $100 million company. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of influence on a lot of people, but I'm not going to listen to you like as if you're some expert in anything. Like, you don't understand economics. You don't you didn't study political science. Like, she was a bottle service chick, just like Candace Owens used to be, just like a lot of these people were. Cardi B, like, you got to look objectively at who is being put in front of you these days. Like, they're really using any kind of slag they can find, whether it's male or female, to just put an agenda in front of you and just tell you this is what you should think. This is what the people think. And if that person has a bunch of quote unquote followers, you're going to give credence to their thought process, thinking that, oh, millions of people follow them.
They must be right.
Yeah, when it could be some dude in some office somewhere just like click 10 million less because they're playing political games with you. You know what I'm saying? So nah, bro. I don't take none of that shit.
It's the same
seriously.
thing, honestly, when you think about it, like when the beginning of like YouTube and all these videos, right? Like you'd look at it and maybe there was a video that was, the production was through the roof. You could tell they spent $10,000 and up on this budget of this music video, right? And it has 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And somebody filmed their cat taking a shit, and it has 10 million views.
Yeah.
When the views start going up, people are more inclined to click it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what
Correct.
this video is way better of the one they spent a lot of money on, but if 10 million people watch this cat take a shit, then I probably should too.
Right.
It's weird. Once it reaches a certain threshold, it's like the floodgates open and everybody wants to pay attention. They got 1 million followers. They must know what they're talking about, right? They got a platinum record.
Yeah.
They must know something about life of the world.
Or they got a big booty and they shaking it.
Yeah. She still got a big booty.
She do.
When's the last time she shook it? Because I can't think of it.
I don't know, man. Nicki Minaj, like, she was dressed a little more conservatively.
Was
but
she?
She kind of had her legs crossed. She had them auntie legs a little say. I was like, yeah, that's a grown woman right there, boy. Yes, sir.
Hey, yeah. I don't know, dog. Like if you're getting your humanitarian and your human and political advice from Nicki Minaj, dude, right? Like, you should probably read a book or something.
I mean,
find a different group of friends.
if you're getting it anywhere outside of yourself, it should be is buyer beware.
That's what I was gonna say, bro.
Beware.
We shouldn't be
Every
like looking to like these political figures for that. Like they're delivering the information. Like I you know,
Right.
I don't
They
think,
work for us, bruh.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like we shouldn't be like, oh, hanging on their every word.
They're
when it's like, all
employees.
right, well, you said this, they said this. There's something going on here in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Right.
can't be idolizing and looking up to these politicians.
They're
bro.
employees. I don't think you should really idolize Anybody.
Anybody,
Right?
yeah.
No, you know what?
Celebrities
You know who you
dead,
should
bro.
idolize? You should idolize your damn self.
Yeah.
Idolize yourself. Talk highly of yourself. Believe in what you bring to the table. Know what I'm saying? Everybody else, bro, yeah, when you get a community together of people with like-minded goals and aspirations and thoughts, you're stronger. But it has to start with you believing in yourself.
Yep.
Idolize yourself.
Yeah.
Then you can actually make some sort of fucking significant difference, right? Then you might be able to have influence, whether it's good or bad, right?
Yeah,
We've seen it. People that believe in themselves to a place of just absurdity,
Yeah.
whether it's good or bad, can make some fucking waves.
Give me an example of bad.
An example of bad would be what's his name? David Koresh, the cult leader, the dude that they killed.
Let's see you talking about the guy
The dude that had like 100, 200 followers and they all murked themselves at the same time. They drank the Kool-Aid.
That's Jim Brown.
No.
David Koresh was when they ran up in Waco, Texas.
Okay, yeah, that
David
was
Koresh.
Waco. I'm talking about the dude. I don't think it was Jim Brown. It was another one. There was any cult leader.
Yeah.
Right? That had mass
It was
unalivings.
Jim Brown was the Kool-Aid.
Was it Kool-Aid? Okay.
Yeah, that was him.
But there was more of them, right?
Yeah.
There's been multiple.
Yeah. They had
So,
the Heaven's Gate.
Heaven's Gate. Remember all the Nike
Nikes?
Cortez?
Yeah.
That was the worst.
Cortez.
Bro, that was the worst, dog. I'm sitting here with my socks pulled up to my knees and I'm in Nike Cortez.
That purple looked good with the Cortez, man.
Hey, bro, listen.
On that purple UFO.
The thing about, so that's an example of believing in yourself into absurdity.
Right.
For a bad cause.
Yeah.
You got these people that believe everything you're saying, right? And they all unalive themselves because they were chasing a comet.
Yeah.
I hope they made it. Right? I hope they're riding that Haley comet just like, damn, homie was on some, like, he knew.
We out of here.
We out this bitch right now, right? That's an example of believing yourself in absurdity. And I mean, World War II. Look at Hitler. Hitler believed in himself into absurdity.
Yeah.
There was no telling him any different. And look at what that little fucking piece of shit did, right?
Yeah.
Because he believed in himself to absurdity. So that's an example of good, right? I think when you look at like the likes of Tesla, right? I think that was he believed in himself into absurdity. But I believe he was too kind of a person. He got taken advantage of, but there wasn't a balance, right? It was an imbalance there. And the people seen it and they took advantage of it, right? Elon, I don't know. I don't know the dude, right?
Yeah.
There's people that think one way about him and there's people that think the other way about him.
Yeah.
But there's no denying the fact that this dude believes in everything he's ever done.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just blindly. There's no telling him any different.
Yeah.
And that's the type of motherfucker that will get us to Mars.
I mean, if we need to be there,
Hey, I'm not saying that's a whole nother conversation, but I'm saying that's the type of person.
why we got to go back to Mars?
That's why we got to go back, make some noise. He
Go
said
back.
Yeah. So
Vern knows what I'm
that's Vern does. So that's the type of person that you need to be if you want to make waves.
Yeah.
If what?
Hitler.
No.
That wah wah wah. No. You need to be a person that believes in yourself into absurdity.
Yeah.
You need to be Elon Musk level of knowing what you can do. And speaking and again, with whatever side of the spectrum of politics that you fall on, okay? Let's use Trump as an example. Have you ever heard this man speak about himself negatively?
Absolutely not.
Once on a Saturday Night Live show, but he didn't really speak too bad.
There you go.
It wasn't that bad. It
this
was
man-
actually really great.
It was actually one of the best,
It was one of the best.
That have ever been
that
done.
have ever been bad.
It has defined the word best.
It was the finest self-deprecation has ever been.
Seriously though, like
never been better.
there's something to that. It's
Absolutely.
It's not just
Absolutely.
people are like this dude, oh my God. Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure.
Of course, it's frustrating to
right?
watch.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, for sure.
Because you don't think like that, and you don't think your president should think like that.
But there's something to that level of not talking bad about yourself, no matter what anybody else is saying, right? You look out in the crowd, and even if it might be true, fake news.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
That shit bullshit. I'm not letting that enter my inner matrix.
Yeah.
Right? Again, I'm not saying choose one side or the other. What I'm saying is look at it objectively from the outside of it. I've never heard him say, oh yeah, the MRIs, I don't know,
I'm
man.
not doing too well.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
They're great. We reinvented the MRI machine just to take these images.
Yeah,
There's something to that.
for sure.
And if you can't see it, right, what these people in power know, what they're trying to keep, hey, this is mine over here, dog.
Yeah.
Don't be looking over here. You can't have this information.
What you can though.
But you have to look for it.
You gotta look. You ain't even really gotta look that hard. You gotta open your mind. Like going back to talking about what's in the Bible, that mind science that we're talking about now that Trump uses, that a lot of people that we call or consider elites use and study in their secret societies and their trainings and stuff. All that shit is in books.
I know.
You don't want to read.
No.
So if you're not gonna read.
It's because they'd rather have
that's on
Cardi
you.
B give them the Cliff Notes.
And if you well, that's on you.
That's where you at.
If you want to get your spirituality and your self guidance from rappers and entertainers, and not from like books and from people who have thought long and hard about this shit.
Yeah.
And their thoughts and their ideas have lasted centuries.
Then you are where you are.
Then fuck you. I mean, it's gonna be that the world has got a foot for your ass.
And
For sure.
Honestly, dog, it does.
It does.
And it's all it is, bro. All it is a reflection of what you're seeing is a reflection of everything that's going on internally, right? What you've been feeding yourself, mentally, physically, spiritually, whatever. It's all an external, hologram of what you're doing inside.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at fucking Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and fucking I don't know, Tom Hanks as your direction here on how you should conduct yourself, don't be surprised when you're a little lost, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. And and the politicians too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not
celebrities now.
Exactly, bro.
The politicians are the new celebrity.
Yeah, don't get me started on Jasmine Crockett. I think she's terrible for politics just simply for the fact that she is not an honest portrayal of her own upbringing and her own
is
thoughts.
that?
You don't know who Jasmine Crockett is?
No, I know who Davy is.
Oh my God.
Davy Crockett. Are they related?
No.
She's a Democrat,
right? I think she's still a Democrat, but she got I think she was unseated or she lost her district. So she's still is she a Senate? Jasmine Crockett.
There's no relation to Davy.
Shut up. Nah,
I'm just checking, dog.
They took her district, they changed the district lines so she couldn't actually have people in a district or something crazy. But the reason I don't like her is because she two-faced. She will, when she is running for office and in certain spaces, she will put on the black scent. She will talk hood like a hood rat. She will do all this extra shit, wear the extra wigs, do all this stuff to silently signal to these people, vote for me, I'm just like you.
So she's like a cultural chameleon.
Bro, she is a vulture. She's a vulture. And what she does is she'll do that to get into office, but then she's just like everybody else, most likely on the take, but doesn't really stand or have any particular political views. Loves every time you get her in front of the camera, she got something to say about somebody, but she's not really spouting or espousing new ideas or anything creative that's coming from her own mind. That's why I don't like her, and I don't like politicians like that, because it's you're not bringing nothing new to the table. It's like rappers that all sound the same. That's what these politicians are like to me.
So you don't like Republicans either, then I guess.
Nah, because they're the same way. They all rap the same.
I don't like it.
They all rap the same, bro.
Yeah, they do.
I'm tired of it, dog.
So am I.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's the
And that's
the same song.
It's the same
All
song.
around
Yeah.
the world, same song.
It's all the same fucking.
It is.
Like it's all the same lyrics. It's just a different version of it. You know,
It is.
like we banging B's, y'all banging C's.
The-
But it's the same shit.
Even the beat the same now.
Yeah.
Just
Every beat's the same.
every
dog.
beat's the
Except
same.
mine.
Except for
Except
Jason
mine.
Travis. Buy one right now, jtrav.com, I think, right? Is it
Nah.
.net? .org?
I ain't selling beats.
.org.
I ain't
Selling
.org.
albums. Get your
Yeah.
budget.
Oh,
a
get your budget up.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know, dog.
I don't do it.
I don't do it either.
fuck
So
with it.
let's New Year's is on the horizon, fellas. We'll get into a little more about that in particular. But I wanted to ask you guys, since it's New Year's Eve, right? We're getting up there in age did. All right? You know what I'm saying?
Inshallah.
Yeah. Unc and OG. What up? Do you have a moment at a New Year's party, right? Is there a party you wish you could take back for New Year's Eve where you're like, how the fuck I end up in this kitchen talking to this dude about politics? Is there a New Year's Eve where you can go back and be like, yeah, I probably should have stayed home and watched the ball drop?
A couple years ago, one of the homies almost beat up.
Hey, how the fuck I knew you were going to say that? That was only 1 year ago, dog. I didn't do it,
How do you know it
Jay,
was you?
Because I knew where you were going. I didn't do it. I showed restraint
Nah.
and class and dignity. But in my head,
You
I
wanted to
busted.
fight.
Shit.
I know.
There's a part of me that wishes that there's still a part of me.
Club,
I promise you right now, when I think about that moment, there's a part of me that says, you should have just bust that bottle on. I'm telling you, I have to fight that part. I know that would have been the bad decision
Yeah.
to make.
Yeah.
But no, not that story,
Dude threw a
Jay.
little temper tantrum. That was wild, bro.
Yeah, I was about to throw a
Yeah.
big temper tantrum.
But to answer your question, I can't really think of anything that I would be like, I wish I could go back to that moment.
No, not go back. I'm talking about how the fuck did I end up here moment. Okay, let me kick it off. Okay, because I have one that I was thinking about when I was talking to Vern. Vern's sleeping on different places down here. I don't know where the hell he's snoring at now, but he's here. And I was talking to this with Vern about it, right? And it was this New Year's Eve here in Woodgate. It was probably like, I don't know, 2004, 2005. Damn, it was 20 years ago.
Damn,
what the
bro.
fuck, dude?
Damn. Way back.
So way back then, dog, you know what I'm saying? There was still horse and carriage, you know what I mean? Rotary phones. The internet was a baby. I had a flip phone. I had a pager still. You know what I'm saying? We was selling Crisnack on the Bliznack.
Damn.
Hey, Crisnack. We was selling that Crisnack. Okay, come on, Jay.
My bad.
Get me off track here, dog. All right? We can't be talking about 2
I
Chainz.
say one word.
What, Jay, bro? Keep me on track, dog. This is a serious story, right?
Yeah.
So it was New Year's Eve, and it was right when 50 had just dropped The Massacre, right? It was the I'll take you to the candy shop. I didn't like that album, but that had just dropped, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was in. We were on the west side. We were like partying at this 2-story house. I have no fucking clue. No clue how I got there. To this day, when I think back, I'm like, whose fucking party was this? How do we end up there? I have no idea. It was me. It was my chick. It was my homie Jamie. It was my brother Justin. And we're all there and like freestyling and we're at this party. And as the night goes on, me and my brother end up in the kitchen, right? Zooted and booted, drunker than fuck, talking to this dude about wants and needs, right? This deep fucking metaphysical conversation with Buddy in a, like the ball had dropped. We're already drunk as shit. I'm like, my nose is running and like, we're just talking and we're like, you know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget it. He told us, he's like, see, there's things in life, right? You got to separate your wants and your needs.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there going, I don't know who this dude is, have no idea how I ended up at this party, but every time I go back, I'm like, how did we get there? New Year's Eve brings out some weird shit, some weird energy, some weird conversations.
Yeah.
And that one stands out to me.
I don't think usually I'm working on New Year's.
Really?
Yeah. Doing, there's always some sort of event going on or something.
So that's why last year you're like, I'm out this motherfucker right now.
Well, I had already got paid for the evening, so
Hey,
I was like,
I'm out this bitch.
I was like, I don't need to stick
I'm
around
out
for
this bitch. I don't need to see this. This is gonna go sideways.
If it does, I not a witness. Not a witness.
Yeah.
I ain't witness shit.
What about you, Jay?
Nah,
Any
man.
parties that stand out?
Not really, bro. My New Year's is just pretty low key.
Really?
Like party. Like I mean, I would go to parties, but like nothing.
This is gonna be my low key one.
I'm like, yeah, is
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be asleep before the ball drops. That's my plan. I'm gonna watch Stranger Things. I'm gonna eat fucking shitty food, and I'm gonna sleep.
Okay, so the last like 3-4 years, New Year's,
I've been going hard.
Yeah.
I honestly,
Trying to celebrate it.
what? I've been working, celebrating.
Yeah.
Like it's cool.
Yeah, you were hosting
Yeah,
and
cool to
doing
get
shit
paid
like
to
that,
host,
yeah.
right? That shit ain't nothing wrong with that. But this year, my priorities have significantly shifted.
Right.
Not saying that they were out of whack before, because they weren't, right? But now, shoo, buddy.
Yeah.
I got my feet in the fucking ground and I'm not moving unless it makes sense. I turned down, I never talk numbers on the podcast. I turned down 5 racks to host an event. I said, nope. I never in my wildest dreams. If you would have told me 6 years ago, 5 years ago, that I'd be in the mental headspace and in the that I would have my hand on the steering wheel so significantly that I could confidently say, nah, I'm good, doc. To 5 racks to go host and party?
Yeah.
Shit, that sounds like a great time to Johnny from 2020.
You're right.
To Johnny right now, that sounds so far off of what I actually want to do that night that not all money is good money.
Yeah.
So I said,
No,
That's
Thank
crazy.
you for the
Like
offer.
even like 5 years is a long time, but even like it's not even.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? But to have like that type of like shift,
yeah.
you know, it speaks a lot, bro.
I've been New Year's Eve. I don't know, every year. Fuck, man. New Year's Eve is either really, really good for me or really, really bad.
See, I never really celebrated New Year's like that.
Really?
I never really. Okay, first of all, it's not the real New Year's.
It's not, and we're gonna get into that. That's what I was
But
thinking.
that's my thing. So I'm not like sacred about it. But I've never been to like see the ball drop in New York or anything like that. That sort of thing like doesn't excite me anymore. When I was younger, it meant something to me, you know, so I would watch it on TV, but even now it's like I don't really care.
I know
Not that
why.
much.
I know why I was like that.
Why?
And I know why New Year's was such a prevalent part of who I was and how I would party and what I would do. Is because I grew up at the bar.
Oh,
and New Year's
yeah.
Eve over there
That makes sense.
was fucking epic. Bro, my grandpa would fit like the capacity of Ray's bar was probably, I don't know, 100, 200
Oh, yeah.
people. My grandpa would have like 300 fucking people in there. The whole backyard would be scattered with cars. People were fucking lit. I'm talking about I'm like, as a kid, this is what I'm digesting, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm seeing.
Right.
Everybody's happy. This must mean something. This is a big deal. New year. Everybody's drunk. Everybody having a good time. I'm with all my cousins. We get to do whatever we want. So it's no wonder why that lingered for a long time.
Dude, I actually just seen the picture that somebody posted, and it was like an animated picture, and it was like of a party, like a New Year's Eve or family party, and I forget who posted it, but she said keep your kids out of these get-togethers, and it was like everybody had like was drinking, everybody had fucking 12 packs next to them. You had like girls dancing, girls kissing, like it was like, and it was, you know, like you just like you looked at it and I was like, wow, it actually says a lot. And like you saying like that kind of connects it all, bro, and it does make sense on why you did go hard.
It lingered.
Yeah.
I used to go hard in the yard. I'm not saying that I'm not ever gonna go hard in the yard again, but there comes a point when that shit gets really redundant and kind of really ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? What are you celebrating? right?
Yeah.
And how are you celebrating? You can celebrate something without having a hangover for 3 days, right?
That's the thing about me. I was just thinking, it's like, man, the drinking part of it
Yeah.
to me is like, outside of being inebriated or, you know, whatever, out of your conscious mind, you know, like it's just kind of a moment that you're like, oh, okay, cool, New Year's, but the memories and a lot of that other shit is from the drunkenness and the debauchery and all that stuff.
Yep.
And it's like, and that's cool if that's what type of mode you're on. I've just been through enough in the last, you know, several years that I'm just like, I'm not on that mode, man. Like, and you can't get me there anymore.
And it sucks that like drinking is like attached to all those types of venue. You know,
and
like,
I still like the idea of, you know, like bringing in the new year with prayer and, you know, like, I went to, for Christmas, I took my daughter and my mom to church. I went with them to this, like Christmas event thing. You know what I'm saying? So I like that sort of stuff nowadays, but like the bars and the parties and the, you know, like all the extra shit, it's like, it's just not fun anymore.
It's not. I agree with you.
It's not fun anymore.
It lost its luster, dog.
Yeah,
it's
for
beginning to tarnish.
Yeah.
Right? It's tasting like you need to clean the copper. Right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Well, that's a whole nother podcast. We can't go there right now. Right? But it's losing its luster. It's not as shiny as it once was. And again, you know, maybe like you could say it's your age, but I don't think so. I think it's your frequency.
Yeah.
It's not your age, right? And again, it's not I've done all that shit young and I don't need, no, it's not that, right? I genuinely, it doesn't bring me pleasure like it used to.
Right.
The moments of like, when you're all together and you're drunk and boom, the music playing, everybody having a good time, let's take a shot, you know what I'm saying? Who got the bleezy? Like, those were fun when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was doing those at such a young age that maybe you know, maybe I burnt myself out quicker, you know, than some people that started doing it like in their 20s and their 30s, you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm glad I went through those, but now I'm on a completely different time. Like again, you know what I'm looking forward to? I swear I'm looking forward to this New Year's Eve more than I have the past 5 of them. I'm going to sit in my living room with my family and watch the last episode of Stranger Things, probably twice because it comes out at 6. All right? We're going to watch it once, then we're going to watch it again to make sure we liked it or didn't like it.
It comes out on New Year's?
Yeah, New Year's Day.
Eve?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
31st. They dropped the
everything except the last one?
Okay, they dropped, so we're at the end right here.
Okay.
So they dropped 4 like 2 weeks before Christmas. They dropped 3 on Christmas.
Okay.
And the last one is New Year's Eve.
Oh,
The
okay.
And that
31st.
finishes out the season?
That finishes
The whole
the
show.
The whole
show.
show. Oh,
And
I'll wait till
Netflix,
later.
it's all done?
Yeah.
Netflix.
Well, this comes
I'll
out.
wait till it's
this
on
comes-
TNT.
This
Don't
comes
let-
out after, this podcast comes out after New
After
Year's.
it.
So Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Even though we just shit all over the way you should party, right? We didn't really.
Hopefully you didn't get fucked up.
Hopefully you're not hungover.
Yeah.
And this leads us to what Leonard was trying to do. He was trying to shoot we had the clip in and Leonard was trying to unload it, right?
Don't look past that.
Hit the button because we about to hit him with what they say is a conspiracy theory. Jason, conspiracy hour, which is usually only about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Conspiracy minutes. So, New Year's.
But what's a minute?
New Year's is it's all fractals. New Year's isn't actually New Year.
Yeah.
Okay?
Without the one you love.
New Year, the day they say was changed.
Yeah.
That every society before us and different people and different cultures in different ways did not celebrate the New Year on January 1st. And before I get into the video that I found of this guy talking his talk on the internet, because you know the internet is where we go for all of our information, Jason. Okay?
It's all true.
Some of it, you can find pieces if you know what you're looking for, right?
Yep.
Don't believe all of it, but some of it Some of it is
Some of it gets you thinking.
Unless
on the
Nicki
money,
Minaj said it,
dog,
then it's
unless
true.
Nicki
it's
Minaj
true.
said it. If she says it and Cardi B is twerking while Meg the Stallion is limping over there,
Damn.
then I might believe it.
Mind you, she was up on that stage dancing for Kamala Harris.
She was.
Who was?
after she got
Amazing.
shot.
After she got
her
shot in the foot.
and she didn't miss not one step.
Was she doing the stanky leg though?
No.
Do the stanky leg. She should have.
No, she had perfect balance. Her ass was just.
What if she was river dancing? The legs and the
Nah,
feet
bro.
flying? I'm just trying
her
to think
foot
of a
is
leg
her
dance.
foot is fine, bro. She never got shot.
Okay. See,
Shot in the foot.
when we start the pod
never
on
letting that
when
shit
we
go.
start the pod
I'm
on these
never letting that shit
vibes,
go.
we could go a million different directions.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the fact that a lot of people believe. Okay, so this is me
So
just
it's not
looking at it.
springtime.
Okay,
Yeah.
that you just said it right. Why would we start a new year in the middle of cold and death and desolate? Right, all the trees are dead.
Yeah.
Well, they're not dead, but they're shedding. Right, there's no new life.
Yeah.
We're in a winter. It's the end of. It's a cycle. The end of a cycle.
Or are they in a cocoon,
Right? Either one.
being born again?
They're watching Nicki Minaj. Okay? So why would you start something new at the end of a cycle when right at the end of that cycle, something new is about to start?
Right.
Why wouldn't you start the new year in spring?
Yeah.
Okay?
Is that when it used to be
That's my
started?
logic. Okay.
That's-
Let's listen to Buddy on the internet. Oh damn, I thought I had saved it, but I didn't. Now I gotta look. So what do you think, Jay? Does that sound logical to you?
No, I mean, yeah, no, yes, and okay. What was the question?
Oh my God, I'm talking now.
Yes,
okay.
Johnny. Yes,
No,
you're
I'm just
right.
kidding.
yes. So we connected to Bluetooth. Let's see if we can hear it.
Should-
Oh, we can hear it.
honestly
Okay, look.
think that the new year is coming. You honestly think that the new year is coming up in a few days, then you
Yeah,
have
Jay.
been played for the biggest fool, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, let's
Common
use
sense.
common sense here. Why would the new year be in the dead of winter?
True.
Nothing new is born in January in the middle of the winter season. But what's interesting is every ancient civilization aligned the new year with spring, because spring is about rebirth, fertility,
Makes sense.
growth, creation. The plants sprout, the flowers come up, animals mate, the days get longer. Even the Bible states that the spring is the new year. Let's refer to Exodus 12:2. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be
To
the
you,
first month
Jason.
of the year to you. Talking about spring. Now, what's mind-blowing and something that people don't realize is God created cosmology to be a giant clock, where the sun tells the time, the moon tells the day, and the
These are facts.
stars will tell the month. By the way, this only works if it's a cyclical cycle that repeats forever and ever, and that's exactly what it does. Meaning we're not on a spinning ball
There he
hurling
goes.
through space, but that's another topic. God actually implanted this
Right here.
wisdom on the turtle shell.
Yeah.
Every single turtle shell in existence. They all possess 13 sections on the inside, 28 sections on the outside, because there are 13 moon cycles of the year and roughly 28 days per cycle. This is exactly how a woman's menstrual cycle works as well, if they are in tune with themselves, of course. So the moon has a 28-day cycle. There are 13 lunar cycles every single year. Therefore, we should have 13 months, each consisting of 28 days. Now, if this were the case, every single month would start on a Sunday and it would end on a Saturday. This would equal 364 days plus 1 day of rest. And what's hella interesting about this is when we use this natural cycle, the new year should fall on April 1st. It is no coincidence why they call April 1st April
Interesting.
Fool's Day,
Okay.
because
That being
you
said,
have
I think enough to start the conversation.
Yeah.
Holy shit. There's a lot to unpack there. A lot of it makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds
Logical.
reasonable.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
The turtle part of it tripped me out.
Yeah. Till Vern confirmed it.
Until Vern started talking about the turtle talk up there in Zuni too.
Turtle talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew I fucked with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know what I'm saying?
For a reason.
Michelangelo.
For a reason.
So when did it change? You said before us.
That's the Roman calendar. That's a tax. The calendar we follow now is a tax calendar, so it's designed specifically for collecting taxes. And I want to say it was in Rome,
That's crazy.
in that like society or whatever.
Why does everything always fall
It's the
back
Roman calendar.
to monetization?
Why?
Why?
Because what else they got for you, man?
Yeah.
Like
They
it,
ain't got nothing else for you. If you gonna participate in their society,
You got to be monetized.
Well, you gotta make sure they got the money to pay for it so they can make it work for you.
Okay, so switching it up. What does that do to, like? Okay, God created this. Okay. This perfect mechanism for existence.
Like a Swiss watch.
Exactly. Everything's balanced and everything's right. What happens when you throw off the balance?
What happens?
Yeah.
People go crazy.
So we're missing potentially a month, right? And which makes less work, right? It means a little more of a relaxed, okay, I could take a breath now. Whereas it feels like now we're behind the clock. We're like running to catch up. And the fact that they put April Fools, to me, if that's real, if that's true, okay, let's go off of the premise that that's all 100% accurate, okay?
Okay.
Everything he was talking about is facts.
Yeah.
For them to put call it April Fool's Day on the day that should actually be the new year is diabolical, bro.
I think that, I don't think that's
That
true.
probably came in like after.
Because I think it's got more to do with I think
Yeah.
that's got more to do with the equinoxes is when because the equinoxes have to do with where the sun is and where the stars are. Like that actually has to do with what's in the celestial space. So the winter equinox was either right before Christmas or like a couple days, but it was like the calendar beginning of the winter was the equinox. The calendar beginning of the spring is a spring equinox. There's a summer equinox. There's a fall. Like there's
And
one.
Christmas is the longest day. Like December 25th is the longest day, right?
It's somewhere around there, but yeah, it's the longest days. No, wait a minute.
Or is it the
winter?
shortest?
I think it's the shortest days are in the winter and the longest days are in the summer.
So what does that say about the birth of Christ? What does that say about where Christmas is and what Christmas stands for and what it's supposed to mean?
Well, that goes into the sun being at its lowest point in the southern part of the sky. So the sun like drifts north and south a little bit because it winds around. See, now y'all got
Hey, but okay.
it in our perception, it drifts north and south a little bit on the horizon, and because of that, people say it dies when it reaches a certain point, and then it lives. So it'll go down all the way to its furthest spot. That's where they say the sun has died, or Christ has died, and then he rises again when he's coming back up. So that gets into the metaphors of what's actually in the Bible and what they're talking about. It's not just this guy's died and saved for your sins. Some of it's talking about celestial objects.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking about specifically, I don't know what passage it is. Don't quote me. I'm not sitting here reading the scripture to you guys. This is just off of stuff that I remember when I was in catechism and Catholic school and reading the Bible as much as we would. I started thinking about Jesus walking on water, right? So like if you're in tune, right? And you're not drowning in your thoughts and in everything that can pull you down, right? You're able to walk above it and become the watcher, right? Like you're supposed to. So these stories can be taken so many different ways, right? Was Yeshua really walking on water? Like, or was it meaning that he had risen to a point to where he couldn't drown? No matter what was around him, it wasn't going to pull him under. He could walk above it.
Yeah, it was a statement. It was a statement of faith.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had the faith to walk above what was going to pull him under that water and keep him down there drowning. I don't know, bro.
Yeah. There's so many ways, different ways you can interpret it. That's why that book is so long lasting and enduring. And it's not to be thrown away just because it's not quote unquote real. You have to read past what's on the page. You have to read it as if it's poetry or allegory, because that's a lot of what it is.
And then you got to look into some of the stuff that was taken out of it.
Oh yeah.
If you really
sure.
if you're really trying, this goes back to what we were talking about at the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're really trying to find answers for yourself and you don't want to just be told the stuff,
Yeah.
you have to go and look for it. Look at the reason why the things were taken out. Look at why it took so long for them to talk about the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like, look at why all
They
this.
couldn't deny them when they
Exactly.
found them. Like, they couldn't lie about it anymore.
They're here.
That's not what it says.
Yeah,
It's like, it's right there.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Wait, you're gonna believe your eyes or what I'm telling you?
Yeah. But that goes back to when they had the Crusades and when they had those times where they were like, look, everybody's gonna get on the same page, literally, and we're gonna take over the world with this shit.
And they did.
Right, but in order to do that, they had to take enough of everybody's myth in all these different parts of the world and say, okay, you are now all our conquered people, and I understand that you guys worship this deity, and you worship this deity, and you believe like this, and you believe like this. All right, so we're not going to constantly be battling and fighting with you. We got to take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and then we'll kind of coalesce it, we'll massage it, we'll say it so it all kind of points to it. So y'all know what I'm saying, and y'all get it, but it's a new thing, and it's its own thing. And that's why some of that mythology is very powerful information, but they just didn't publish it.
No, it's because
They just didn't put it in there.
well, it's because it fucks up what they're trying to say.
Well, yeah. They want you to focus on the one guy.
Yep.
And the one story.
And they want you to focus on him through a skewed lens. Like you're looking at it from their perspective. We're talking about people having their own perspectives, right?
Yeah.
You're putting on their helmet and you're only looking at it through their perspective, which from my research and what I've done and what I've read is not how Yeshua looked at it.
Yeah.
Why was he bringing temples to the ground? Why was he flipping over tables? What was he doing?
Yeah.
If he existed now, who would he be? How would you look at him? That's what you need to ask yourself, right? If he came back, right, which in the Bible that's what they say, right? The resurrection, right? He's going to come back and he should be on his way now, right? Would you recognize him, right, for who he really was? Or are you just putting on the mask of the skewed image that they want you to see? And you're not asking any questions.
Yeah.
Because I feel when you look at the science, you look at the history, there's no denying these people
Yeah.
existed in history. However you want to look at it, right? Like you said before, this person pops up.
Yeah.
Throughout different books and throughout different time periods.
Right. Because that thing that they call Christ is really a certain way of saying that you're in harmony with the universe and you're in alignment. And that mindset, that thinking has come about in every group of people all over the world for time immemorial. So we've always had people who were smart. Some people figured it out enough to be in alignment with the world, and they got it, and they could teach it to other people. But ultimately, who thinks that way and who's teaching that? Certain entities and certain individuals want to make sure that they have their thumb on that scale.
Because it's out of
They don't want you to
once you learn it, it's out of their control.
Right. Yeah. Because once your spiritual energy rises, your kundalini gets awakened, whatever you want to talk about, those chakras start opening up.
Yep.
You go through a mental process that people will call you crazy because your eyes are literally awakening to a new reality that you now realize you're integral to. It's not just happening outside of you. It's happening with your influence and as you participate in it.
And it can
That's
be
a
scary.
shocking thing.
It's fucking scary, dog.
That's a shocking thing.
Bro, it's a jolt to the system.
Yeah.
And it can be scary. And it scares other people.
For sure, because once you start talking this shit,
Yeah,
people are like, ugh.
That's why you got That's why you got to talk about it correctly, right? And that's where I think Jesus, Yeshua, had it. He was able to speak about it in a way that people were like, "Oh my God, he's right. I see it. Not only do I see it, but I feel it." He wasn't speaking like to scare people. He was speaking to wake them up. Right?
Right.
And the way that he was going about it was working.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, right? So you're talking about Christ consciousness,
Right.
So Christ consciousness, I believe people like Tesla, right? Back to the beginning of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
People like that throughout history have had it.
Right.
They woke up to the fact that we're a part of the keg, but we're also, a part of the peg, but we're also the peg.
Yeah.
We're a part of the clock, but we're also the clock. We're not just the clock, we're the numbers on the clock. We're all of it. And when you realize that, it gives you a place to stand on and a place to think that you didn't have before. You don't feel as lost.
Yeah.
You don't feel like you're just a soup of atoms just bouncing around in the cosmos for no reason.
Or your life just happened and you just happen to be here.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no point to you.
And when you realize that not only is there a point, but you individually are a huge part of it.
Right. Yeah.
And can be scary. And I think that's why a lot of people would rather say, oh, no. Just have me 12 months out of the year. Let me know everything. Tell me what I should do.
Yeah.
Tell me where I should go to work, and tell me. And that's why they have won, because it's more scary to walk that path than it is to just sit down and be fed.
Well, and part of that is the scare tactic of telling you the story that perfect person who did no wrong was brutally murdered.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like, just saying that to someone who's on the path of spiritual betterment and self-improvement, they're not going to want to go all the way.
Yeah, you mean if I go there,
the world's going to try to kill me.
That's what happens to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that in and of itself becomes a hindrance to the development of his own followers or the people who follow that concept, because it's baked into it that if you get too perfect, we gonna ice you out, this motherfucker.
And then they'll start once you start talking about this.
So it becomes scary even for you to experience like a self-knowing or a growth like that, because when you go through it, and I feel like I have, people look at you funny, man. Like they really do like start to treat you differently, and you do end up kind of like isolating.
You do.
Not intentionally necessarily, but it happens because this is not what the world is. Most people aren't thinking about these sorts of things and these sorts of like changes that they want to make in their life. That's why I think it's important that we do have these conversations, so the people who are interested in this stuff know that they're not alone when they having these thoughts, and they know that, hey, you know, there's some regular ass people out here just like you
thinking the same thing.
Who are thinking the same thing. It's like we got to do better, we got to be better, and we got to stop being afraid of improving ourselves.
Well, if there's one thing that is repeated a lot in the Bible, is don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Don't fear. Those statements are throughout the entire book of work.
Yeah.
Okay? So that should be your foundation, right? Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Because if you're building it off of that, it's going to be wobbly, dog.
Yeah.
And luckily, for me specifically, man, my don't give a fuck DNA is a little turned up, right? So I'm not as scared having these thoughts.
Right.
When I was younger, and I started having them in church, I was fucking terrified.
Right.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. Why am I thinking this? None of it. It was like Charlie Brown. It was like, wah, 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 wah. And I was hearing the stuff and thinking the things that I'm still thinking now as an adult. But now I got a grasp on it.
Right.
Right? And I'll speak it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I like to argue for one, and I won't argue unless I have knowledge in my back pocket. I'm not just going to sit there and argue bullshit, right? Yeah. I'm going to know both sides of the coin, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. And please, if we're having the argument and you're right, teach me something, bro. Yeah. I'm going to learn from this experience. Because you're not always right, but you're not always wrong.
Well,
you could take a little bit of certain things for sure.
Yeah, I feel like this in particular is a completely relative and uniquely individual process. So you can't really march someone else into salvation.
No.
they have to think about it for themselves, and they will come to the same conclusion that ye are gods. Like they'll come to the same conclusion after enough thought, but they have to give it that thought, and they have to go through the process of whittling away all the other shit that's been baked into your consciousness, so you can erase a lot of the extra shit and just look at it objectively, where it's like, well, shit, I did kind of make that happen.
You kind of got to unlearn.
Yeah, you do.
That's the hard part.
You got to back out of it. Yeah,
And that's why when they get you at such a young age, a lot of people, it's impossible. Like I was talking to one of my doctors the other day, right? And she kind of changed the way she studies medicine, right? She went a different path, and she's like, for the past like 5 years, I've been unlearning a lot of the shit that they tried to teach us, because I'm seeing more progress doing it this way than what they said over here. And I'm seeing this now because I've never had to talk to more doctors and more nurses and more fucking more insurance shit in my entire life. So now I'm like right in the thick of it. And it's interesting because a lot of this shit is one person's opinion.
Right.
Like there's some science and there's some facts. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But one doctor has this opinion, and this doctor has this opinion, and then this third doctor has another opinion. So the fuck do you do?
Right.
When they're all three conflicting opinions.
Well, see, and if you know the mind science, you know that your mind sits on top of all the evidence, no matter where it comes from. So literally, your mind, if you believe something is true or not true, you can make yourself sick or unsick.
Yep.
You can heal yourself just by your expectation to be healed. So you can that's where the placebo effect comes from.
Yeah, I was
And
just about to
everybody's
say that.
familiar with that.
I was just about
Everybody's
to say
heard of that. You can take sugar pills and cure cancer.
That's why
because
it works.
They told you it's a cancer cure.
You have to
And
have.
you believe it.
What did we just say? You have to have that absurd. You have to have the absurd belief when people look at you like you're nuts.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I'm
This
Kanye.
is
I'm
exactly.
Kanye with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
This is
tell me
exactly.
nothing.
This is exactly what I'm doing. This is the path that I'm on. I believe it, so it's fucking true. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna create it because I've convinced myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the greatest.
Yeah.
There's science behind it, dog.
Yeah.
Science backed. This isn't just woo woo.
Maybe we'll do a third term. We'll see. We'll look into it.
For
We'll see
real.
what we could do.
There's
You never just say no.
yeah. It's the way. And
Never
it's,
say I can't do that.
if
It's
there's
just
any,
like,
if
yo,
there's anything
we'll
you
see.
take from that fucking orange man, right?
Yeah.
Take off the anger and the hatred. I know there's a lot of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't fuck with
Yeah,
any of them.
Trust
right?
me, he ain't. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is
There's not much
a
left
perfect
under
person.
that.
Yeah, no. I don't fuck with him and Biden. Fuck them both, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I'm not on either side. I'm a humanist. Maybe the last one. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Al Pacino, dog. One of the greatest scenes ever. Might be better than the Scarface scene, but we'll talk about that another time. You gotta talk about yourself like you have it, bro. You have to move with the frequency that you already got it, bro.
Yeah.
You can't even say I'm healing, dog. I'm healed.
Yeah.
You have to talk about it in definites, not maybes, not, oh, I don't know, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Let me, you know what I'm gonna do? At the beginning of the year, I'm gonna have a New Year's resolution, right? And I'm gonna start January 1st.
Well, okay, look.
Okay.
This is coming out on the 2nd.
I know.
So some people are already wavering on their
commitment.
decision, on their commitment that they made. Let's encourage folks to not do that. Let's just understand that you can start anytime and you always have the power to change whatever you want. Like, disease doesn't run in your family.
No.
You know, like all this stuff that you get told is inevitable and you can't shake it and it's, a part of your DNA. Your mind can change your DNA.
For sure. And you have to have
The DNA is beneath your mind.
Wavering
It's beneath it.
belief. It tells it what to do.
Yes, but it's instructions
Yes.
for reality. But what's molding the reality? It's the consciousness. It's the awareness behind it all. So believe it or not, whether you accept it or not, just by you thinking a certain way can shift and change your DNA.
Oh, yeah.
So you can improve your own health or your body, your immune system, like all this stuff can correct itself.
Think about it for the people that can't see it right there, because Len Words is 100% on the money. On the money. Couldn't have said it better myself, right? So
What
for the
that
people,
means
what that means is, for the people that can't fully see that, okay, I know there's been a time when you wanted to buy a car, right? Say, Jay, today you wake up and you're like, you know what? I want me a red 2001 Chevy Impala. It's in there. I have the idea now. It's in my head. What happens during that time frame? You wake up and you go outside, and all of a sudden, there's red Impalas everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Everywhere you look. You never noticed them before.
seeing them, yeah.
But for some reason now, there's a 2001 Chevy Impala that lives right next door to you. That happens. Like it's eerie. It happens a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Once that frequency taps in, all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
But that works across the board. It's not just for red Chevy Impalas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what that is, right?
It's a manifestation, prayer, whatever you want to call it.
Scientifically, the part of your brain is called the reticular activating system. It's about the size of your finger, and it controls. It's like the boundaries. So whatever your thoughts or expectations are for outcomes and things like that, the reticular activating system works like a bouncer at a club door. So if you accept the idea, come on in.
It lets you in.
Yeah, correct. So like what you're talking about is once you commit your mind to be looking for something and you start to see it more often, even though it's already there, because the wave potential already exists in the infinite. So those cars were already there. You just never noticed them.
Yep.
Now you notice them because the reticular activating system is whittling down all the potential reality so you have less to choose from. So when you collapse your reality that you want,
It's there.
it's not such a leap of logic for you to see nothing in the driveway to all of a sudden having a red Impala.
That's fine.
Because you're still
Okay.
going to have to, do something.
still takes action.
It'll still take some action. But just the fact that it's there and it's in front of you means that you've opened the door and allowed it into your consciousness. And that's what the brain does. Like it takes all that infinite potential and it works with it. It's like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, let's just focus in here.
Makes it a little more easier to
You
make
said it.
tangible.
Yeah.
There's a key
exactly.
element this conversation is missing. When you change that mindset, the world around you brings the things you need into your world.
Yeah.
You still have to manipulate the physical world to reach out and grab those pieces that you are manifesting and bring those together
Right.
to create the world around you.
Right. Yeah.
100%
You can't
agree.
just wake up one morning and be like, oh, I want a Corvette. Boom, there it is.
Right.
You have to rearrange the physical world around you that the vibration that you're putting out is bringing to you. You have to bring those pieces and put them together like a puzzle.
Yes.
I'm glad Chad's the one that said that, because I was present for Chad manifesting the past 6 years of his life. We were shooting a video out in Cabarro. It was cold as fuck. I had dug a hole 3 days before that. We had dug a grave for me to bury myself in. We're out there. It's me, Chad, and Morgan, right? And Morgan had just started working he had just signed up to be like, what's it called when you're on set? Camera, but he had joined the whatchamacallit?
The union.
The union.
Yeah.
Right? So we're sitting there in my cousin's trailer. It's like 3:30 in the fucking morning, and Morgan and Chad are just talking about it, right? Chad's like, what did you do? Like, you're getting all these jobs. Morgan's like, bro, it's crazy. Like, I signed up. I got it. Like, I watched the conversation that Chad had, and now looking back on it, all the film projects that he's been on since that conversation happened in that trailer in Cabarro at 3:30 in the fucking morning. He collapsed all of that shit into one direction. He had to get the fuck up and go and do it all. You have to go grab it. You can't just say it. Like, you can say it and it's gonna go, brat. Okay, now you're on the path, dog. It's up to you to walk it. And Chad's been walking it for the past 7 years, 8, maybe 10.
It's been 10 years, dude.
What the fuck? It's been 10
That
years?
video 10 years ago.
That
That's
doesn't even make
wild.
any sense. But I was there. I witnessed it. I've done it myself too. I've witnessed it multiple times. But I'm glad Chad's the one that said that, because that is the fundamental piece.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there on your chair and collapse timelines and manifest and pray and think, oh, well, there we go. I got it. There's a red Impala across the street.
I
did it.
wasn't supposed to have it then.
Yeah, I was exactly. You have to think it.
Yeah.
You have to reach the frequency, and you got to get up off your fucking ass and go work. You got to go sign up. You got to go learn about the cameras. You got to go get a piano. You got to take singing lessons. You got to go to school. You got to do.
Right.
Do. It responds to action.
Right. And I think like as we're having this conversation, you notice we're going from side to side about what is required, what is not required, what you have to do. This is the dance. This is the dance of that they are always talking about when they're talking about manifestation, where you have to open the door, but you have to do something active, but you don't want to do too much or do the wrong thing. So you have to find out where it works and what has effect and what doesn't have effect. Sometimes you can, like, for instance, if someone wants a job and they want a particular job that's like their dream job, but they have to get a certain training for it or whatnot. You know, you got to get that certification to get that job, right? Some things in reality that you need, especially when it's like financial assistance or healing or things like that, faith can get you a lot further than you realize. You don't always have to work hard. Sometimes the solutions are already there. Sometimes someone else is right there wanting to give you the money because they want to bless somebody and they got an abundance. And all they need to know is that you need it.
You're ready to receive it.
You're ready to receive it. Exactly. So it's always this kind of dance. And that's kind of the fun of the journey of this life, is that when you relax a little bit and you realize, okay, I'm not short anything. Like, everything's coming in due time. I'm good. Like, this is an abundant reality. There's no limits here. I don't have to fix anything. I don't have to save the world. I don't have to, like, correct other people. I don't have to do any of that shit. I just have to be clear about what I want. I got to know what I want and know how it can benefit other people. And just from me wanting it and wanting to help other people, I can just do my little part and watch that seed grow rather than trying to fucking take it out the ground and look at it. Did it grow?
And it didn't.
Put it back
You're just
and then
killing the
dig it
seed.
back up. Did it grow? Like, you can't do that.
My
You know what I'm saying?
acupuncturist told me, she said, sometimes, because you existing, again, we're talking about it, your electrical frequency, we have an effect on the entire world. Sometimes it's just enough that you're up and moving.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're making your impact on the world by just being up and moving and conducting energy. And if you can look at it that simple, right? You don't always have to be saving the world.
I got a question for you in that regard. Tell me from your own experience, was it easier to get the things that you dreamed about, and did things come to you faster when you started taking your physical fitness and your health and wellness more seriously?
1,000.
It's like a rocket.
Daniel, I know you're watching. 100%. We're gonna stop with the 1,000%. You got me,
Daniel.
fucker. Right? Well, you win, dog. You win. 100%.
Yeah.
Because I feel like your physical fitness, right, is a direct reflection about how you feel about yourself internally.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're disciplined enough to take care of your vessel and make your vessel the strongest it can be, everything else is going to start following, right? Because you conduct yourself with a different energy, right? And this is not to body shame anybody. Hey, this is coming out after the new year. Get up and go, dog. You can get better. I promise. I promise. It's not over for you. You ain't going to do it in a day. You ain't going to do it in a year. But you can look back and be like, holy shit, I lost 100 pounds.
Yeah. Look how much better I feel.
Damn, I feel way better. I'm not mad at the other people on the internet now anymore. I'm not even talking on the internet. I'm too busy, right? You can do it. And I think what happens is when you walk into a room, right, and you have that energy because you've been that disciplined and you know who you are and you know what you stand for and you're strong and you're structured, your energy affects the room.
It dominates the space.
It dominates the space.
You're the highest in the room.
Because then what happens is your aura, hey, we're not getting woo-woo because this is measurable through science. Your electromagnetic field that surrounds us all, which is bigger than our body,
Yep.
right now we're affecting each other's, right? Each of us all have it.
Yeah.
So if there's someone in the room, and we ain't gonna say no names, but we've all felt this too. You remember when we were setting up the podcast? Oh yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. Look at this ceiling. This ceiling's too low. This camera isn't good enough. Your mics, I don't know. Jay says yes too much. Right? We felt that because the energy was fucked, and it came in and tried to fuck with ours. But our energy was so strong that
I
we
felt that
allowed
energy when it pulled up out
when
the
it
street,
pulled up out the
dog,
street,
like 100 feet away.
We allowed it to enter our space, and it didn't dominate. We felt it, we knew it was there, we accepted it, and it fucking left, right?
Yep.
So when you're physically fit, your energy is better. You got better energy flow. It's more abundant. It's bigger and it's stronger, ladies. And hey, and once you dominate that and you know who you are and you got that structure and that confidence and that discipline, things just start
It's a stronger magnet.
flowing.
It's a stronger magnet.
And your heart is a magnet, dog.
Yeah.
You got the electromagnetic field. You're bringing it towards yourself. So if yours is weak and you don't believe in yourself and you're not as strong as every single one of us can be, that magnet's not going to be as strong, dog. You can still bring it to you, but you're going to have to be closer, right? A magnet that's weak, you know what I'm saying? It'll stick to the refrigerator. Then it'll start sliding down, motherfucker fall off, right? But you go get them bad boys that we saw at Acme. I get my magnets from Acme, dog, with the electricity coming out of them, right? The coyote can't move because he's stuck on the rocket. That's the type of magnet I'm trying to be, bro. And that's what I want for everybody else too.
Yeah.
New year, new vibes, new energy. Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Better and more abundance.
Yeah.
For everybody. What do you guys think? That's the way to get out of here?
Yeah, let's do it.
I feel like that's the way to get out of here.
Let's do it.
Until next time, respect the connect. Hey!
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
It's kicker than that.